I hope everybody has had a fantastic day. I feel super accomplished today. Made some money. I went to the gym, had some amazing conversations. And so today was a great day in business for me. If you are a guest on the line, type your name and who invited you to the call. If you are a distributor, please type your location and your rank. Let us know. Are you affiliate, apprentice elite? Are you supervisor? Are you bronze? Type your rank in the chat. Also type your location. I want to see who are the guests on the line. Do we have any guests tonight? I do understand that some days are busier than others. You're having fun and making money. So if you are a guest on the call, let us know who invited you. Please do so right now. I'm looking for the chat. I'm looking at the chat, and I'm looking to see if there are any guests on the line. Do we have guests on the line tonight? My name is Aisha Queen. I am a date affiliate for Baltimore, Maryland. I've been with VIDA DIVINA since day one, since pre-launch. I'm full-time in this business, and it has changed my life so much. I got involved because I was looking for a way to lose some weight and stabilize my PCOS symptoms. I was diagnosed with PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome, when I was 19. And my doctor wanted to put me on prescription medication, but he said either take these prescriptions or lose weight. And that's where my thought of losing weight started. Because before then, I thought water was only used to bathe. I did not drink any water. I wasn't into, focusing on what I was eating and eating properly, things like that. It was just not a concept of my mind. And I believe that a lot of people go through life that way until you have to. Start paying attention to it. And so with that, I started my lifestyle changes. I had lost some weight, but it seemed like every time I would lose 5 pounds, I would gain 10 more. And so I was always looking for, what's the best fat burner. And I mean, detoxing didn't even get introduced to me until I got started in network marketing. LaToya, I'm in Barbados. Miss Gloria Grayson sent me here. Welcome, LaToya. I'm so glad you made it. And, okay, Pastor Rosalie, invited by Hazel Brooks, Miss Hazel Brooks. Welcome, Pastor Rosalie. And so I was selling life insurance. I used to do something totally different in the network marketing space when I was introduced to VIDA DIVINA. Through VIDA DIVINA, the money I had been able to start making, I was able to completely stop everything else. I stopped selling life insurance. I stopped driving Uber and Lyft and everything, and I had been able to just totally focus on VIDA DIVINA as my primary source of income. If you were here from the beginning, I know you heard our diamond, who's now a diamond, Sir Christopher Thomas, even say at that time he was information manager, I believe, and now he is full-time in this business. So there is money to be made here when you work this business like a business. Now, when I was introduced to VIDA DIVINA, like I said, I have been looking for some supplements because I realized supplements support the lifestyle we're trying to have. And when I was introduced, it was like, okay, let me go all in and really give it a go and really commit. So I started working out. I started eating healthy, drinking, aiming for a gallon of water a day. And I've lost 45 pounds in 90 days, really sticking to the plan. And not only that, where I had a irregular menstrual all my life since the age of 12, it wasn't until in my 30s when I was introduced to VIDA DIVINA that my menstrual started to come every single month on time. And so with that, I had been able to use my testimony to make a lot of money. So you're here tonight because we want to help you create your testimony. You think about it for yourself or people that are around you. Who do you know that is dealing with things like maybe blood pressure issues, sugar level issues? Maybe you know somebody that's been trying to get pregnant for the past couple of months or years. Maybe you know somebody who always have a foul odor coming from their mouth and they brush their teeth every day. These are all that is a sign that a person needs to detox. If you didn't know that, now you know it. When you have consistent skin breakouts, that is a sign you need to detox. If you didn't know it, now you know it. And so you're here tonight so that you can learn more about what we have, how it can help you, the people that you know, or you can make some money with us. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so that I can pull up the presentation, since we have some VIP in the room. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Give me 1 second. Let me make sure this is the correct one I wanted to share. Can you all see my screen? Let me make sure you're seeing the right screen. Now, fast forward, I've been with VIDA DIVINA for 6 years. 20 years, actually, since 2016. And it has changed my life so much. I'm now a mom, whereas when this company came into my life, I didn't even see me being a mom because of the PCOS symptoms. That was something that was like really bothering me. It was interrupting my sleep. It was something that was heavy on my heart, because I always wanted to become a mom, and I thought it wasn't going to be possible because of the PCOS symptoms. And I know you know somebody that are dealing with that. You know, it's just because like 7 out of every 10 women are dealing with some form of PCOS that can cause infertility. You're in one way or the other. You may be having extra long menstruals, or you may be having really painful menstruals, or maybe you have irregular menstruals where they're not coming at all. You know, so everybody knows somebody that can benefit from our products. Even if you're talking about men and just overall health for men, we have that. Our mission is to help people live healthy, live wealthy, and live free. Our CEO, Mr. Armand Puyol, he actually accumulated his first million by the age of 21, and now he's known as a documented 8-figure network marketer. He used his money to fund VIDA DIVINA, so we are a debt-free company. We're not one of those companies that's here today, gone tomorrow. We will not go out of business because we are debt-free. You know, a lot of companies end up going out of business because they don't have the money to pay their loans and their debts, but we're debt-free. We completely own our warehouses all around the world. He actually is the person that people go to help them establish a solid business. He's consulted and helped launch over 20 network marketing companies, and he's known as the MLM guru. And he started at a very young age. He started in network marketing at 17 because he was coming from an impoverished situation, living in cars with his mom, and you know, having to get evicted because his mom didn't make enough money just to sustain their lifestyle. And so he started in network marketing as a distributor like you and I, so that he could be able to help his mother. And from that, he has been able to start and maximize on the industry, helping other people. Our headquarters was founded in 2016, as I stated, and now this is just a small little headquarters compared to what we're working with now. We have a much bigger facility. Over the past 3 years, and even through the pandemic, we've been able to upgrade our building. That says a lot about the company, because it says that we have been growing through the toughest season of the past decade. You know, the last 3 years have been, you know, the toughest for many businesses. You know, everybody on here knows somebody that then lost their job. Businesses been closed down. You know, all sorts of things financially have been happening for people and for companies. And here we are. This is a company that has just been growing through that season. And we do ship to over 50 different countries. This is a glimpse of what it used to look like. Now that we have a new headquarters, we will be having more updated pictures. But if you're ever in the California area, you're free to stop by. Or when you travel to Colombia, Costa Rica, Dominican Republic, Ecuador, El Salvador, Ghana, Mexico, Panama, Peru, you can stop by these offices. We also have one in Nigeria that we are officially opening the doors for as of August 15th. And so, we are definitely expanding. The next stop is the Caribbean. We are looking for a place that's called home in the Caribbean, where we can open up some doors in the Caribbean. Our company has had the #1 direct selling compensation plan in 2020. We actually had the #1 compensation plan 2 years in a row. But if you ask me, we have the #1 compensation plan every year. We just don't have enough people voting to show that we have the #1 direct selling compensation plan. Because I am so relevant on social media and I'm so present, people always come to me and show me their businesses, saying you should join me in business. And I always like to look, because I just want to do a comparison and just see, you know, what's going on versus what we have. And y'all, when I tell you that I've looked at several compensation compensation plans, and none of them provide for distributors and affiliates and leaders like VIDA DIVINA's compensation plan. If you don't believe me, go on businessforhome.org and go and do some research. We are classified as a AAA business opportunity, and we have an A+ rating on the Better Business Bureau. So yes, we are a business. Network marketing is an industry that allows individuals to start a business without the overhead expenses of a traditional brick and mortar. You figure if you go and open up a store, you're not going to see a profit because you got to pay for supplies, you got to pay for the ambiance, you got to pay for the employees. So you're not going to turn a profit for 3 to 5 years. When you start a business in network marketing, you're buying products at the bottom pricing of wholesale cost. You're able to sell it at retail cost, and then you're able to shift through what Robert Kiyosaki says is the cash flow quadrant and go from employee to investor. So that's the whole idea, the mindset behind network marketing. You start off as an employee within your own company selling products. And then, as you get good at it, you become self-employed. As you build a team, you're able to be a business owner and then investor. That's the whole idea. Shift through that cash flow quadrant so that you can have something that you can pass on to your children and your grandchildren. Our company, VIDA DIVINA, is involved with these multi-billion-dollar industries. You have health and wellness, home-based business, weight loss, skincare, beauty, gourmet coffee, and tea. These are billion and trillion-dollar industries where you can literally pick your niche and get rich. Okay, so if you're somebody who drinks coffee every day, maybe you want to stick and focus on the coffee aspect of it. But maybe you want to focus on the home-based business aspect of it. The great thing is, regardless of what you focus on or you umbrella them all, you're able to make a great amount of money when you do the work. All of our products are includes the reishi mushroom, but the foundation of our products is reishi, chaga, and cordyceps. Our CEO has a history with these because he was diagnosed with stage 4 stomach cancer 12 years ago. When you see him today, he looks like he's aging backwards. And this is a man who the doctors gave a death sentence to. They told him he had 6 months to live 12 years ago, and he looks like he's aging backwards. That's because his beautiful wife went and did research to find what are people using in other countries instead of just feeding him prescriptions and sending him chemotherapy. She said, let's take the holistic route, change your diet, change your lifestyle, and give you medicinal herbs and mushrooms. And that literally saved his life. If you go on Google or PubMed.gov, you'll find all sorts of not only information about reishi mushroom, which is also known as Ganoderma, but you'll find testimonies. These are people who have posted their testimonies on these websites about what this mushroom has been able to do for them. And I think that that would be the best route. As soon as this call is over, to go do your research on reishi mushroom, because I'm telling you, you're going to find and you'll be able to identify so many people you're connected to that you're going to want to tell about this reishi mushroom because of the magnitude of what it's able to do for the body. You'll find that it's an herb. It supports normal body functions, increases resistance to stress, and boosts immune system. Listen, every time I travel with my family, and we travel 2-3 times a year as a group collectively, it's usually 15 to 20 of us, and whenever we travel, they always end up getting sick. It might be they ate too much food, they drank too much liquor, or the change of climate, depending on when we travel. They always get sick. Guess what? Guess who don't? I don't, because I consume something with this reishi mushroom in it every single day, whether it's the toothpaste I brush my teeth with, or the coffee I drink in the morning, or the tea that I'm drinking twice a day with breakfast and lunch, or, my cup of tea before bed. Either way, I'm consuming this reishi mushroom every single day. I used to have really bad allergies to the point where I couldn't drive past anyone cutting grass or my day would be over. I literally got out my car today, this afternoon, and they were in the neighborhood, how like your state or your area, I don't know what you would call it on the island, but when they come, the public service people come and cut grass and all of that, they were in our community cutting grass today, and I was like, well, this is tell it all. I should have recorded myself walking through it, because they had the big old blower out there, and they were blowing up all the excess grass that was all over the parking lot, and I'm getting out the car, and I'm like, why is all of this debris and dust and grass coming over here. And so I'm like, man, I literally had to breathe it in to get into the house. When I got out the car, it was just a whole gust of, you know, everything from the grass that was all up in the atmosphere. And I had to walk through that to get in the house. I did not sneeze, not one time. When I tell you, before these products, my day would be ruined. I would be in the house taking allergy medicine, blowing my nose. I wouldn't be able to do this call right now because my face would be jacked up from my allergies being affected that much. And I know that is a result of me consuming this reishi mushroom as consistently as I do. And so this is not something that's just like a quick fix. This is a overall lifestyle change that is provided to us by way of Dr. Esther Ramos, who is the co-founder, lead formulator, and chief product officer. She is our CEO's wife. She is the one who went in, she does the research on the various medicinal herbs and mushrooms. And I like to say that she puts the mushrooms with their soulmate mushrooms. Okay, she said, you know what? We are not taking the traditional medical route for you. I'm going to save my boo's life. I'm going to do my research, and we're going to do our own thing. And that is what I stand for myself. That's why I chose not to take those prescription medications. I made that decision because I wanted to take a more natural approach. I said, if I have to take something to do for my body what it's supposed to do naturally, then am I really doing the right thing? You know, even the Bible says that God put everything on the earth that we need. It grows out of the earth from the food that we eat. The tea that we drink grows out of the earth that can help sustain our body and make sure that it is healthier. And so I decided to take that natural route. I did not know VIDA DIVINA was going to come into my life and teach me about medicinal herbs and mushrooms. We do have a VIDA DIVINA Essentials line with the toothpaste you heard me mention. We have a reishi soap, the liquid gold oil. I don't have on any makeup. I get a lot of compliments on my skin, and if you could see my skin before, I looked unhealthy. Like, not only was my face completely puffy, but I had dark spots, and you know, my lips were black, and it was just so much. And now I get so many compliments because of me detoxing and cleaning my face properly and using this liquid gold to help heal and repair my skin every single day. All right. And so it is, if you know somebody who's dealing with bad acne or always consistently have skin breakouts, you definitely want to make sure you tell them about the detox tea to clean out the waste and toxins, because a lot of times what's happening on your face is a result of what's going on inside of your body. And then wash their face with the reishi soap and repair it with the liquid gold oil. We do have a full line of premium supplements, something for everybody. You know, if you want to reverse the effects of aging, where you can help to improve your cells' performance in your body. You want the youth. If you need something to boost your energy, you want the atom. You want something for memory, focus, mood. You want the brain. I took that as a daily vitamin because I was diagnosed with PCOS, and I read the ingredients. I'm always reading before I take each product, and I suggest you do the same thing so you can identify what you're supposed to experience. Read the ingredients inside of them, and that way you can identify with what you should be looking forward to as you're using it. The Venus has ingredients that helps with hormone stability, menstrual support, menopausal support, and as a bonus, it increases moisture, desire, and sensitivity in women. And so I started taking it like a daily vitamin instead of just taking it before activity. And I believe that that is one of the things that contributed to my menstrual becoming completely regular as it has been. And I haven't been taking it since I got pregnant. I stopped taking it, of course, and I really haven't taken it regularly like that since then. And ever since I gave birth, my menstrual has been coming still on time to the point where I can track it on the calendar, and it always comes within a day or two that it's supposed to. That is phenomenal. That's spectacular. That is very awesome for me, because that was something that was scary for me, because if you do not have a regular menstrual, if your menstrual is irregular by any way, there's a high chance of you getting something like ovarian cysts and ovarian cancer, or infertility, permanent infertility, having to have a hysterectomy. I actually met a woman that was around my same age, and she had already had a hysterectomy. I was driving Lyft at the time, and I remember she got in the car, and I always asked these questions to the passengers just to make conversation. I was always like, what kind of work do you do? Or do you have any kids? So when she said that she didn't have any kids, she always wanted to, but because of PCOS, she had to have a hysterectomy. When she got out of my car, I boo-hooed because that's how deep it hit me, because it was so important to me. So just imagine the people that you can share my story with to help them be able to experience what they're dying, or I would say living to experience, right? And then you have the chaga, which is a mushroom in itself. Like I said, do your research on the chaga. You'll find that people around the world have used it because it is a mushroom that actually eats cancer cells, according to Google. So do your research and you'll find why people have used it and what it has done for them. Cheat time, cordyceps, sleep and lose. Mars, we talked about the Venus, let's talk about the Mars for men. Of course, we got to have something for guys. Mars increases men's strength and endurance, and it increases the punch and makes the punch last longer, okay? And you heard in the testimony video how Kieran was talking about a customer's testimony with the Mars. And when I tell you that it's an amazing product because it also has ingredients in it that helps with prostate support, okay? And so we have something for everybody. Now, with our full line of weight loss, weight support supplements, I lost 45 pounds in 90 days using our Life Atom Venus and Detox Tea. I did do a vegan diet because that is what is recommended. Cutting out the rice, the bread, the cake, the pizza, the cheese, all of that. But guess what? You feel better. Let me tell you how much you feel better. I realized when we went to Six Flags recently, because when I did that, I didn't play with it. Because when you follow that and you do a vegan diet, you can eat as much as you want. And I know I like to snack. I know that I like to eat a lot. So I said, I'm going to follow it to a T so that I can eat as much as I want, right? And so when we went to Six Flags the other day, I was just saying to Kieran, who is a sapphire in our business, I was saying to Kieran, I'm like, I can tell the difference in how I am feeling now versus when I was doing all the right things. I haven't been doing all the right things since I had my son. I mean, if you're a mom on here, drop a heart in the chat. You know what it's like after having a baby and, you know, just mommying and things like that. And so at this point, he's 2, and I have to have more discipline than I ever had to have because, you know, when he eats, if he don't finish it, I'm just so greedy. I'm like, give it to me. So, yeah, that. Anyway, I said, today is day 2 of me actually getting back on track. Because I said, when we went to Six Flags last week, I said, I got to change this. I can tell that I am not as healthy as I was before I got pregnant. Because before I got pregnant, when I would be in the sun, in the heat, because I had been eating so clean and detoxing and drinking enough water, that sun felt like energy to me. But now that I had not been doing the right things with what I'm eating and getting proper water intake, when I was out at Six Flags, I felt like I was baking again. I felt like how I felt when I was 25 years old and completely unhealthy. And it was irritable. You ever out in the sun and you feel irritable? You feel like, you know, it's just like you just want to hop from it. Like, get away. It makes you mad at everybody. It's so hot. And so I said, I have to get that back together. Need that feeling where the sun feels like energy to me again. And I started to notice that when I was on this weight control system. I was losing 1 to 2 pounds a day, and I just felt amazing. And I mean, I was taking pictures of the scale every single day. Can you imagine if you drop 15 to 20 pounds in the next 30 days, how much money you can make by the end of August because of you sharing your testimony? And there are so many people out here trying to lose weight. If you are on social media and you're not under a rock, then I know you've seen at least 20 people today talk about how they need to lose weight or want to lose weight or something of the sort. And so we are in a prime position right here to create the testimony for ourselves and then share those results. The life suppress your appetite. The Atom, like I said, boosts your energy. It's a metabolism support. The cheat helps you on those cheat days. I don't really do the cheat pills because I don't want to have cheat days because, as I admitted to you all, I don't have that type of discipline. My cheat day becomes a cheat week. Ignite helps with digestion. So if you're eating meat, if you are going to eat meat, you could take the Ignite so that it can help your body process that meat in it so that it doesn't sit in your body. I don't know if you know this, when you eat stuff like red meat, it can stay in your body for weeks. Okay, so imagine you eat red meat today, tomorrow, the next day. You're piling on all that fat and all of that other stuff that comes from red meat. So Ignite helps to process that and get it out your system. Sleep and Lose, so that you can go to sleep, have a good sleep, and help your metabolism be supported while you're sleeping. So if you know anybody that's looking to lose some weight, you have found exactly what they've been looking for to support the lifestyle that they should be being about to be on to lose the weight. Now, if you need a meal replacement, I never had a shake that tastes so great. When I tell you the strawberry tastes like strawberry milk, the vanilla tastes like cake, the chocolate tastes like chocolate milk, and my favorite is banana, because I love to put it in. I make me a good smoothie with the spinach, strawberries, whole banana, and some banana lean protein shake with the almond milk. Oh, it is so good. And now I even make my coffee in the morning with the almond milk and the protein shake, so I can get the protein in my body. But guess what? Our protein shake has a complete amount of fruits and veggies that we're supposed to consume on a daily basis. You know, the components of the A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, all of those things. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I ain't say it right, but you know what I'm talking about, right? All of that is in our lean protein shake. And so you can drink this if you are going to skip a meal. You can use it as a meal replacement. Or if you want to gain healthy weight, maybe you're trying to build muscle. You want ladies who want to build up that booty. You're doing 100, 200 squats a day. Drink you some lean protein shake with a meal so you can build up that booty while you are working out, okay? That way you can put on healthy weight. And it does not taste like chalk, like most protein shakes. Now, without extracts, these are the mushrooms, the pure mushrooms in powder form. So you have reishi, cordyceps, agaricus blade, shiitake, chaga, turkey tail, tremella, lion's mane. Screenshot this page so you can go in on our friend Google and say, what are the benefits of shiitake? What are the benefits of turkey tail? What are the benefits of tremella? If you are somebody who loves helping people, or if you're somebody who people come to you for advice, maybe you are an influential person listening tonight, or maybe you're somebody who's passionate about your health and wellness, you want to definitely do some research on these mushrooms, because these are pure mushrooms in powder form where you're able to consume them in your food. You can make a tea out of it, put it in your smoothie, however you want to consume it. My grandmother, she always gets the reishi pure extract from me, and she loves to mix it in with some applesauce, and she takes a spoonful of it with the applesauce. And so, you know, you can consume it in so many different ways, so you can get all the benefits of the mushroom without the taste. Or you can drink it like a pure tea. Now, these are for those people who say, I don't like to take capsules. The great thing is, number one, our capsules are capsules. You're actually able to literally open them and pour them in a shot of water and drink them. But if you want the pure mushroom itself, go straight to the extracts. Reishi spore oil is 2.5 pounds of certified organic reishi in one gel capsule. So let's say you go to Google and you say benefits of reishi, and you see that reishi can do all of these things that you needed to do, like not today but yesterday. Get you some reishi spore oil. That way you can get the highest potency of it from the spore oil gel capsule, and take one every day for the next 7 days, and boom, watch what it does for you. Okay, so it comes in individual packets. You're able to take one and sell the other 6, or you can take all 7 and see how you feel at the end of 7 days, or spread it out. Take one a month for the next 7 months. However you feel that you need it, based on how quickly you need the results from it. Coffee drinking is one of the biggest social habits in the world. And then we have the tea, which is the second most consumed beverage in the world, next to water. Coffee and tea. Yes, let's talk about our Cafe DIVINA line. Our coffee line comes with different flavors of coffee. You have the hazelnut, you have the mocha, you have our hot chocolate, and you have our cappuccino. Also, you have Tonkat Ali, which is a performance enhancement coffee, it is a hot seller because most men, when you mention Tonkat Ali to them in some form or fashion, they have used it before, and they always say, the first thing they always say to me is, I like it, but it's disgusting. Guess what? You don't have the taste in the Tonkat Ali coffee, so you get all the benefits of the Tonkat Ali powder with the taste of an amazing cup of coffee, and it already has cream in it. That's why it is one of our number one sellers in our coffee line, and it's not just for men. It's a performance enhancement for men and women. Men particularly like it because of what they experience in the gym, in the bedroom, from being able to perform better, longer, more, if you get what I'm saying. Makes that blood flow and makes it pump a little more. But it does the same for women, except not the same, if you get what I'm saying. I love drinking it before I go work out or before I'm going to have some fun in the bedroom because of how it makes me feel. And so I love that. That is one of my favorites that we actually have. And look, if you have little children and you want them to get the reishi mushroom in their system, give them a cup of our hot chocolate. Now, anybody on here that loves coffee and want to lose weight, we have Scalp Black and we have Scalp Latte, which is coffee that is infused with Garcinia and Cambodia, which is a fat burner. So it allows your body to speed up the fat burning process, suppress your appetite, and you get to enjoy your cup of coffee every single day without sugar or with just cream or, sweetener. So you're able to enjoy it, get all the amazing taste of a great cup of coffee without the headache of sugar and all of that stuff. And if you are not a coffee drinker, you're a tea drinker, we have green tea and black tea. The benefits of green tea, one is fat burning, metabolism support. And so if you're somebody who starts your day off with just a cup of tea, that could be the way for you, because you might say, I can't drink detox tea and go to work because I can't get to the bathroom. Don't worry, get you that green tea or that black tea so you can still get the benefits of the reishi mushroom. Now, with our DIVINA detox tea, if you have ever used our DIVINA detox tea, let me see you type a fire flame in the chat. When I tell you this is the best detox tea on the market, hands down, regardless of what anybody might try to say. When you look at the ingredients in our product, 100% certified organic ingredients, no caffeine, no senna leaf, only 12 different medicinal herbs and mushrooms. Medicinal meaning it has medical properties behind it. It can do things to you to improve your health. Now, I'm not making medical claims when I say that. I'm just telling you what I mean by medicinal. But when you do your research on these mushrooms, you'll see that these mushrooms have done some phenomenal things for people. Holy thistle, blessed thistle, papaya, ginger, chamomile, chaga, ganoderma. And so when you begin to drink this tea, you begin to see and feel a difference within the first 48 hours and sometimes in the same day. You'll feel lighter, you sleep better, you have more energy. Drink it for a month, you'll start noticing your stomach is going down, your clothes are fitting different, your energy is up, your skin is clearing up, your mental focus is better. It's so much that happens. Even your appetite changes. Matter of fact, if you're on something your doctor has given you and it's not working right, 9 times out of 10 you start detoxing, it's likely to start working right. Because a lot of times if you have ever heard of the story of somebody being put on a prescription medication, and then they go back to the doctor and the doctor says, we need to increase it because it's not working. Drop a number 1 in the chat if you have ever heard of that or experienced it. Drop a number 1 in the chat. Now let me tell you, if you have 20 pounds of wasting toxins sitting in your colon and intestines, everything travels the same way when you consume it. So if you have 20 pounds of wasting toxins in your body and you taking this medicine for your blood pressure or your whatever, and it got to go through the wasting toxins before it can get to the organs it's supposed to help, it never gets there because your wasting toxins in your body actually affects it. And so that's why when you detox, that's why it's important to detox before you start any lifestyle change. It's important to detox if you're going to use any of these supplements, and it's important to detox if you're going to take any medication, period. It's important to detox if you're going to start eating healthier, because when you're eating healthier, you're cutting back on portions, right? And you're eating more healthier things. And we tend to feel super hungry all the time if you're not detoxing, because the waste and toxins are consuming the nutrients from what you're eating. So your body, your organs never get to feel it. So I hope I'm making sense. If I'm making sense, drop the number 7 in the chat. If I am making sense, drop the number 7 in the chat. Let me know you with me. I know I gotta be making sense to at least 20 people. Because if I'm not making sense, you would have hung up already. Let's talk about this money. I'm going to the next page. I am waiting for my computer to catch up with my conversation. Let me just say this. Even if we didn't get paid to share this, I know we still would, because we talk about stuff that we are passionate about, especially when we get results from it. Anything that you've ever used that actually worked for you, you told somebody about it. Or you went and got your hair done, and people say, oh my gosh, your hair looks so good. You told somebody who did your hair. You got your hair cut, they said, oh my gosh, that cut is fresh. You told them where you got it cut. That it's just in our nature to share good things when we experience something amazing. And so the great ability to be able to share your story and make money, that is all that someone like myself, someone like Sir Christopher Thomas, someone like Mrs. Hazel, someone like Sir Don Rogers, someone like Sir Clinton Daly, that is what we do. We have created our story, and we share our story, and sharing our story is inspiring people to want to buy product or become a part of the vision. And so there you go, finally. Now with the disclosure, let's just say this disclaimer. When you work this business like a business, it'll pay you like a business. But if you work it like a hobby, what happens when you go and do something that you just enjoy doing? Like you go swimming, you go to the beach, you go jump in the sea. Do you get paid? No, not unless you're a professional swimmer. You go and you go have a drink with your boys. Are you getting paid? No, unless you're a professional like restaurant hopper or whatever. Listen, when you do work this business like you work your job, like when you take it serious, you have a plan, you are strategic and intentional every single day, you will make money in this business. Now, this says the average person earns between $500 and $2,000 per year, and that's U.S. dollars. But let me tell you something. I've been full-time in this business for 7 years. I have never made 500 in 1 year. I've always made over 500 in 1 month, and that's simply because I work these 5 steps to success every single day. Number 1, I'm always with product. Have product on you, use your product, offer your product. Number 2, find people who want and need it, prospect. That's where you're sharing your story on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, Twitter, face-to-face, in the market, vending events. Find people who want and need it. Follow up with them after they use it. You're going to have a lot of people who are super excited. I lost 5 pounds. I lost 7 pounds. Oh my gosh, my blood pressure is so better. Oh my gosh, my sugar level's so better. Oh my gosh, inflammation went down. Oh my gosh, I'm sleeping better. Oh my gosh, my energy is up. Oh my gosh, I'm pregnant. All of these things will start to come your way. And so then you invite them on a call like this or host your own. That's where you're sorting. Hey, here's the information. This is everything about our company. Would you like to be a part of it? Or do you want to try a combo? Duplicate these 5 steps. You do them over and over and over and over again, and you teach them to your business partners. Now, with 50-50 plan, as far as the compensation, this is why I say you have the number 1 compensation plan. Because when you sell a product, you're going to earn up to $30 for every product that you sell cash in hand. If you go through the website, you'll earn up to $20 for every product that you sell through the website. I love that. Even if you totally focus on selling. And whenever I go to Jamaica, I'm just always so impressed with how many people are selling things everywhere. You have the woman on one corner selling towels and pillows, the man on the other corner selling shrimp, other man selling donuts, the other man selling peanut cakes. Listen, I am telling you, you can make a lot of money just focusing on selling if that's what you want to do. But if you want to build a business where you can get residual income, let me tell you what building a business has done for me. When I got pregnant, hey, I saw some hearts, so I know it's some moms on here. You know, we get sleepy, we get lax, we get laid back. I don't know about you, but that's how I was feeling. Maybe because I knew I could. Imagine knowing you could get lax and your bills will still get paid. Building a business allowed me to be able to get lax and just enjoy my pregnancy, have a smooth, stress-free pregnancy, and stay in my own place, pay all my bills, and not have to worry about anything. That is a position that your decision tonight could put you in. Maybe it's something that maybe you want to take 3 to 6 months off from work next year. Maybe you want to be full-time in this business a year from now. Maybe you want to take a 6-month vacation a year from now. What you do today sets you up for what you can do in 2024. And so that's where you're building business, referring new affiliates into the company. And every time they get started, you're going to earn anywhere from $60 to $600 for every new business partner that gets started with you in business. Like, I was working with someone this morning. In the last week, she signed 2 people up at the $1,300 pack. So now, because they both signed up at the $1,300 pack, which is the biggest pack that we have, she's earning $600 from both people. This is $1,200 that she's earning from the past week's worth of work through the fast track bonus. So just look at the potential when you actually maximize on our compensation plan. And with the 50% check match bonus, once you have new business partners, you plug them into the system, you teach them how to make money, or lead them to someone who can teach them how to make money. Then when they begin to earn through their binary pay, that binary pay which was paying me even when I wasn't promoting actively every day, even when I wasn't doing training calls or opportunity calls like this every day, because I had worked for 5 years consistently, I had a binary pay that was able to send me a check every single month, which is what I used to pay my bills. And guess what? My upline was able to get a 50% check match bonus on my binary pay every single month. And that's what your position is here. You get started, you build your organization, you get 50% check match bonus off of every business partner that you personally enroll who builds this as a business. Okay, so let's say you bring in your cousin and your best friend, and in 6 months from now, they are earning $5,000 every single month through their binary pay. Then you're able to get $2,500 from each one of them, and they still get their $5,000. That's how that 50% check match bonus works. And there's no cap on how many people you can earn a 50% check match bonus off of. So imagine you bring in 100 people and 10 of them actually build businesses. The other 90 focus on using and selling product. That is completely fine. All you need is a good 5 to 10 that's going to build with you for you to hit the rank of diamond or double diamond or so on. And so let's say that's your situation and you're earning a 50% check match bonus from 3 to 5 people. That you're set for life. Your children are set for life. Your children's children are set for life. We do have 12 ways to earn money, but I just went over the first 3 that are the most tangible over the next 90 days. The woman I just told you about, she's been in the business for less than a month, actively working for less than a month, and look at that, what she's earned in just 1 week of, working to grow her business. That's not even talking about what she's been earning through her sales. Because if I went there, y'all wouldn't even believe me. I love that in a business like in network marketing, you're able to build. Yes, we have a Mercedes-Benz bonus program. We have lifestyle rewards. We have all of that. Yada, 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 yada. I'm not here to get you with glitz and glamour. I'm here to get you with what you can do, with what you can do right now, right? And so as you're building this, and you are growing your business, you are able to actually lead this business. So even if it's in 6 months, even if it's in 1 year, matter of fact, maybe in 3 months your business is earning $10,000 a month. God forbid something happens to you. As long as you have a beneficiary on your account, you can roll this business over to that person, no matter where you are at in that time that happens. So when you put a beneficiary on your back office, let's say a year from now, your business is at $10,000 a month or $100,000 a month, you're able to roll that over to them. You can leave this. Can you leave your job? Can you leave your position at work to the next of kin? No, you cannot. Can you put a beneficiary down in your position and say, okay, when it's time for me to go, I want you to bring my daughter in and let her be your whatever for this company? No, you cannot. here with VIDA DIVINA, you are the rank of diamond, and 30, 40, 50 years and your time expires in your physical body, you can put them down as your beneficiary ahead of time. So when it happens, you can roll this business right over to them. And so at this point, now that I have a son, I'm working for him. I am working for him. I'm no longer working for me. I'm working for him. Who are you working for? How about that? Think about that for yourself. Who are you working for? Are you just working for your boss, or are you working for your children and your grandchildren? Are you working so that by the time it's time for you to retire, when your body has all the aches and pains and all the weariness of life, are you able to just sit back and enjoy the fruits of your labor from working all of these years? Or do you want to work for the next 50 years just to retire and have absolutely nothing to look forward to and have no experiences to think back on because you spent all your time at work? I didn't want that. That's why I walked out of my career as a correctional officer to be a full-time self-employed person in network marketing, to become a full-time network marketing professional, because I needed time freedom and I needed to be able to live my life now. Everybody dies, but not everybody lives. And I want you to think about that when you make your decisions tonight. Are you living in a way where when your body is old and crippled, or you're tired, you're mentally tired, are you going to look back on your life and say, I did everything that I wanted to do? Or are you going to look back on your life and say, there's so much more I could have done, and that company VIDA DIVINA came to me 10 years ago and I wish I would have did? All right, so we earn commissions weekly, monthly, and daily. Matter of fact, because when you earn money through selling products cash in hand, you actually earn your money that same day. Have a product on you, you're exchanging the product for the cash. When they order through your website, you're getting paid that weekly, and through your binary pay, you're getting paid that monthly through our personal VIDA DIVINA banking system. We do have a phone app, which we have a basic version that's free. The premium is $20 per month. You can use either one. We have training calls that are 2 times a week. We have morning meetings now. We actually do a morning team huddle every morning, Monday through Friday at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. If you are in Jamaica, that would be 7:30 for you. When we get off this call, set your alarm so you can get back to the person that invited you to this call and say, hey, send me the link for tomorrow morning because I want to be motivated in the morning. Okay, so yes, we have those. Then we have opportunity calls that are literally 3 to 5 times a week. So you are in business for yourself, but not by yourself. Listen, the woman that I mentioned earlier, she got started and she actually started doing her own presentations within just like 3 weeks of her getting started. Can you imagine, just a support that you get enough to be able to start doing it on your own? That's the idea. Work the 5-step system to become your own boss and run your business for yourself, okay? And so when you think about getting started, I want you to screenshot this page so you can make a decision based on your belief level and your bank account. All right, so maybe you have the 1360 and you say, you know what, I am going to get started with the Retailer Pack Pro. When you look at it, you get 192-week supply of tea. After you put back that 1360 on your credit card or give it back to the person you borrowed it from, the profit that you actually keep when you sell each pack for $20 a pack is $2,480, okay? And you can do the same breakdown for the Retailer Pack, the Business Builder Pack, and the Basic Pack. Like I said, choose the package that fits your belief level and your bank account, all right? So with that being said, listen, I know you're asking yourself, can I do this? Is it for me? Is it simple? And if you're saying this and you say, you know what, yeah, I could do this. Yes, it seems simple. I could use product and then share my testimony and be trained and developed for free through the people that are teaching me how to do it. I'm all in. I am willing and coachable. I am ready to get started to do something different. Then get back to the person who invited you to this call so that way you can let them know where you fall in with, okay, maybe you want to create your story a little bit more. Maybe you want to use a combo of products. Or if you're ready and you want to be able to get the products at wholesale price, jump right in, start attending trainings, and learn how to launch your business really fast, then go ahead and let them know I'm ready to be an affiliate. If you understand business, you've run business before, maybe you are experienced in the realm of business or entrepreneurship or network marketing, then go ahead and get your position, jump right in. Listen, they say jump and build your wings on the way down, okay? Jump and build you cannot learn how to swim by putting your toes in the water. You have to jump in the water in order to actually know how to swim or learn how to swim. So I want to say thank you for considering VIDA Divina for your health, wellness, and lifestyle goals. Remember to always lead with love. With that being said, I have enjoyed this time with you all. Get back to the person who invited you to this call. Let them know where you are and when you can get started. Matter of fact, go ahead and let them know you're ready to get started, because I'm telling you, procrastination is the thief of time. Procrastination is the thief of time, and I'm so glad when this came to me, I was just ready to jump in because I needed change. I needed it for my health and wellness goals, and through me seeking it for my health and wellness goals, it's changed my financial life forever. So welcome to the team in advance, and I look forward to seeing y'all on the morning call tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Good night for now.